course. Oh, well, maybe I
Okay.
should get the book, huh?
Yes.
I think I have it here. I hope. Did I? Oh, no. Oh, wait, I have to run into the other room and grab it. Sorry.
Yeah. I will record that.
Yeah. Okay. I forgot my other copy at home.
You only have 2 left, right?
Oh my God. Yeah.
Everything sold out. You know that I'm on the waiting list?
Oh, you didn't get a copy. Here we go.
No.
I'm sorry. We'll be back on May 7th,
You can
18th.
bring one on Tuesday.
Yeah, actually,
to the
yeah,
meetup.
well, to the digital meetup, exactly. Cool. Okay, here it is. Ta-da!
Ta-da. Great. Yeah, so thanks a lot for making the interview and for coming next week to the meetup.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm really, yeah, me as well. Very excited. I'm a bit nervous.
We've met like 1,000 times, you know.
At least.
How many people are going to be in this
Okay.
meetup, do you think?
I would say around 200 signed up, but
That's a lot.
it's a meetup.
Yeah.
And, you know, the drop-off rate is around
100%. But that's still a lot. 100 is still a lot.
Yeah, last time we had, I think, around 70, 80.
That's amazing.
And so this time, I think it will be more.
Cool. Great. I'm excited.
It should be more. Yeah, me as well. So I'm really happy about having people in the meetup talking about stuff they know. You know that I had already an interview with Helen.
Yeah, Helen is great. She's really great.
Yeah, so maybe let's talk about what you will share with us. For sure, the book, and maybe also a bit what's in the book. So I just announced that kind of what you can create, like any kind of workshop with the Design Sprint principles. So
yeah,
is that framed in the right way?
I would say that it's not necessarily the Design Sprint principles. I would say that this book is kind of going back to the principles of workshops in general, so that you can design any workshop, any problem solving system, any design or any decision-making process using the framework in this book. And the framework is called the 4 C's framework. It's basically a step-by-step process for building custom workshops. So like if a client or your boss or whatever says, hey, we've got 3 hours, we've got like 30 people, we need a workshop that does this, 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 and this. Normally how we would do that is, you know, either we would start at a recipe, so maybe we would take the design sprint and then break bits off of it and make it something smaller, or we would start, look for a workshop that fits that. But what we do internally at AJ&Smart, and what we've been doing for quite a while, is using this 4 C's framework to build the workshops from scratch. So it's a framework. Basically, you read this book, you check the framework. I'll show you guys the framework in the meetup. And
I just wanted to ask about that.
I think by the time the meetup happens, some people will have already received their copy, because a lot of them were sent to Europe already yesterday. So some people will already know. But yeah, this is almost like the core of how to build your own workshops in a little small Bible.
So what means C, the 4 C's? The
4 C's. Okay, so I'll tell you what the 4 C's are. The 4 C's are essentially the 4 C's of building a workshop. The 4 C's are here. So it's essentially collect, choose, create, and commit. And those 4 C's are basically the 4 elements of every single workshop. So the design sprint, design thinking, business model canvas, validation process, anything, you can use this 4 C's process to build those things. And so I'm showing you, I'm almost reverse engineering workshops to show you, here's how you actually make workshops from scratch. So a really cool thing about this book is that you can get another book, let's say the business, actually, here's a good example.
Playing to win.
Yeah, playing to win.
Or a good strategy, bad strategy.
Yeah, exactly. And you can basically combine it with the rules and template here and make a strategy workshop. Or what I saw someone doing recently, taking this book, the one thing, combining it with the Workshopper Playbook, and you can make a one thing workshop. You can really use it just to combine interests or combine challenges or to combine things and create your own custom workshop. So the whole point of the book is it's a formula for creating custom workshops. That's the main point of it. And the 4 C's is the framework.
That's great. I have another one, made to stick. I think that's also very interesting for marketing purposes.
Yeah, yeah. Like a messaging workshop. You could do a really good messaging workshop using the made to stick formula. And actually what's really interesting is there's like 4 steps to becoming a workshopper is kind of the terminology I'm using for someone who can design workshops and run them. And there's 4 steps to being a workshopper. And those 4 steps, I think you'll agree. The first thing is just understanding. I think it's good to know how to build custom workshops. So that's step 1, is sort of almost like the theory and the mindset and the not, like just those things together form the first step. The second step is being able to facilitate. That's super important.
That's super important. Yes.
It's handy. The third step is actually knowing exercises. So just as simple as that, do you know exercises? Like if you're in a workshop and you have to improvise, do you know node and vote? Do you know how to do the map? Like, do you have a list of exercises in your head? And the fourth step is recipes. Yeah, like yeah, exactly. There's hundreds of types of bye. Sorry, I'm just saying bye to someone. Yes, we have one other person in our office. Oh my God.
Who? Say hello to this person. Maybe I know.
Spreading disease.
Okay.
So yeah, the fourth step is having recipes, and a recipe is a workshop essentially. So the design sprint, if you know the design sprint, then you can take that and reverse engineer it and use bits and pieces of it. So if you know like recipes that already work, then you can make your own versions of these. So having those 4 things basically means you can run a workshop for anyone, for any business, for any team size. And this book teaches you the first step, which is, in my opinion, what was missing until now, which is the mindset of being a workshopper and the exact theory of how to build workshops.
Great.
And I'm very excited about it.
And we will know more about that next week. So,
yes,
so you will spoiler what is in the book.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to spoil. I'm happy to spoil it. It's I think what it will be hard to, because if I would read the book from start to finish, it would probably take me 1.5 hours. So I won't be able to spoil everything just time-wise, but I think I'll be able to give people some of the main points. And like I said, it is now sold out anyway, so it's good if I can just tell you as much stuff.
Yeah, so I have to wait.
It will be back.
Yeah.
We decide it will be back on the 18th of May.
Oh, then so I can use the principle of the design sprint, or let's say exercises from the design sprint, which I already used to frame other kind of workshops. That's already great. But I think yes, it's also very important to know how to facilitate or to feel safe as a facilitator. I think without that, it will be difficult.
Yeah, and I think this is one of our. So if you haven't bought the book yet, you haven't seen that there are some bonuses with the book. And one of the bonuses you get with the book is this advanced facilitation techniques course. It's 1.5 hours long, 30 videos on exactly how to handle a room of people, even in the most difficult situations. So that's also one of the bonuses you can get when the book is relaunched again. The other bonus is actually, so I said the first thing is the theory. The second thing is actually the facilitation. The third thing is having a list of exercises and how to do them. So we also have another bonus with the book when it comes back. It's called the Workshop Exercise Encyclopedia. So it's 100 exercises in detail that you can choose from, already categorized under the 4 C's. So basically we put together for this book, this is like the front end, and behind this book, if you order it, there's also all of these other bonuses that are super cheap, and just for a super, super cheap price, less than all of our other things. You basically have the entire workshop kit, and it's all new.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Me too. I'm looking forward to the relaunch when hopefully we have no website crashes and enough books.
Yeah, I think I came directly in this crash So
Yeah.
because I know I just clicked on it and then it just, I think I didn't get an email, or I think there it stopped somehow.
Yeah.
So
We
I
had
just get
a
back to that and then, okay, you're on the waiting list.
we had a
And I
really,
knew
yeah.
it before. So I was a
Yeah,
bit.
what happened was we were really stupid. So first of all, we ordered 1,500 books, and we thought, okay, it will take us maybe it will take a whole month to sell 1,500 books. Maybe that takes the whole month. So let's be safe. Let's not order anymore. And then 1,500 books were gone in 1 hour. And
In 1 hour.
In 1 hour, and then we had to basically put the sold out sign on, and then we had to wait till the printer woke up. We had to ask them, can you print more books for us? Like, could you get them on time, even during the corona? And they were like, we can do 5,000 more books. And we were like, okay, 5,000 more books. So then we were like, okay, this will last us the whole summer. Switched it on, 5,000 books were gone in another 3 hours. So, and then the website crashed halfway in between, and it was a complete nightmare. And then we had like hundreds of support messages. So we were up all night answering them. It was crazy, but we sold a lot of books.
I have another question, because I think 1 week ago, you made a post on LinkedIn, and it actually said that you creating that awareness and also selling design sprints, you started making live events.
Yeah.
So actually that's what we did as well. And so we are doing that now online, remotely. I saw that you got a lot of response on that. So maybe what do you think right now about making this live events, or let's say also in the remote events?
Yeah, I think it was really amazing for us to do these in-person live events. And I think, honestly, right now, I'm very disappointed that in-person obviously has to stop for a very long time, and we just have to live with that. I think there's a lot of positive things that can come out with doing digital online events. For example, you can have bigger audiences, people don't have to leave their homes. But I still personally feel like it was a great time for me to really learn from people what was working and what was not, because I could see their faces. You know, we would get drink and they would talk about their problems, and then I would realize next time I'll do the workshop like this. So I still prefer in-person events. However, probably the biggest revenue we've been making in the last 2 years is from doing live webinars. So live has always been the best way for us to make money as a company. So I'm a really big fan of live streams, of in-person, of anything like that. But I am sad that the in-person stuff will have to stop for a long time.
What is the one thing you miss most about live events?
I'm an extrovert. I really love being around people. I really love chatting to people in the breaks. I think some of the best ideas come from the breaks. You know, I went to a conference recently with my team, and yes, the conference was cool, and you could simulate that digitally. You could just have the videos online. But the decision to make this book happened when we were all having a drink on the rooftop and just chatting and talking with other people and bumping into other people and overhearing other conversations, and kind of wandering around. And I think I think even though the coronavirus crisis will stop in-person events for a long time, I don't think they'll permanently go away. And I don't think that I don't think that online events are as good as in-person events. I think it's better to be in person, where you can meet people and talk to people. And 80% of the value for me of going to a conference, maybe 90%, is not the content. It's the bumping into people in the bathroom, or, you know, like just at the bar. So
No,
I think that's hard to simulate.
Yeah, but you are totally right. And I remember 1 month ago, we did our first remote meetup, because it was really planned in a big, nice location in Stuttgart. We were so happy to finally get this location with a lot of people.
I think, like, for example, today, just before this call, myself and one other colleague were in the office today. Social distancing and wearing masks and everything, don't worry. But we, in the lunch break, went for a 1 hour walk outside. And I think a lot of the most interesting ideas came during that walk. And I just think it's, for me, I know a lot of companies right now are saying, we're going to go fully remote. Oh, yes, this works. Yes, this is efficient. And I'm so happy that Zoom exists. And I'm super excited to be part of this webinar. But I'm also excited for the time to come where I can just like normally high five somebody.
Yeah, me as well.
Yeah.
Or hug somebody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's so weird. But yeah, you know, well, we just got to live with the situation and whatever. Buy my book.
Yes. Thanks a lot, Jonathan.
Thanks, Sabrina. I'll talk to
So,
you all next week, I guess.
yeah, see you next week.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.